Hello, Colin, and welcome.
Thank you, Brayden. Thank you. And
So,
welcome
uh,
to the YouTube.
oh, hi, Bison's um YouTube videos. Or
Subscribers.
YouTubers, subscribers, whatever. So sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
So, everybody, this is my new co-host. His name is Colin Weaver, also known as Bison Aviation. So, actually,
Hello.
yep. So, let's start with you. He's going to kind of be hosting or co-hosting this podcast with me starting now. So, let's start with Bison. How did you get into aviation?
So it all started at the right old age of 2. My mom like literally decided to take me up to my local airport, and it was just not too long after our EMS service moved there, Mercy Flight of Western New York. They moved down there, and my mom always took me to watch the helicopters take off and land, and that just what got me into aviation. That's what started like driving me and like taking me to where I am today.
That's an amazing story. And how have you been continuing your passion today?
So basically, after that, my mom knew I loved it, so she kept taking me down. And then a little bit after, like maybe like a year or two later, they opened up their spotting deck. And right after they opened it up, my mom like always took me up there to watch, to like, because back then it was 2014, 2015, so that's when we had like the Dash 8 still in operation. We had like the old CRJ2s, we had like Air Tran, we had like all the classic airlines and whatnot. I still gotta find the photo of me, but my mom has a picture of me right next to the original Mercy Flight 7, which was a BK-117 helicopter, a 1984 model. I gotta find that photo of me. I was 2 years old, and gosh, that's literally what driven me to the day.
That's an amazing story, and I have been into aviation since 2009. I was 1 year old when I got to go to my first air show out at Miramar.
Yep,
Yep,
that's
and
that's that's pretty cool. All
yep,
right, you were
and
saying?
the air show's coming back next weekend.
It's oh my god, it's happening.
Yep, America's air
Yeah.
show is
Oh
happening.
yeah. I wish I could get down, but unfortunately, because of conflicting and whatnot, I just can't make it happen.
Yeah, it's all good. You got next year.
Yeah, I mean, if I do end up going to the West Coast next year, which I'm thinking about going to the West Coast in the future, just for like a little like couple week West Coast tour, just kind of like let's say like go spotting at SFO, go spotting at LAX, go to like the Fleet Week Air Show, go to Miramar and
Yep,
whatnot.
and Huntington Beach, I
Oh,
recommend
and
too.
Huntington. Yeah, I really want to go to Huntington too.
Yeah, Pacific Air Show always has a great lineup, great crowds, great entertainment, all the good performers and things like that. So,
Yep.
yep.
Hold on, let me pull up my chat on YouTube and see what's going on.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
so
questions
every
rolling in.
yep. So he has a YouTube channel too. His name's or it's the same as his Instagram name. He uploads a lot of great content from plane spotting videos to air show videos to flying videos, and
And it will be the new home of the podcast on YouTube.
yep, and it'll be the new home of the Hangar Talk podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, yep.
Pete, Peter Aviation says, "Colin, what's up?"
Not much, man. Oh my God. Okay, Winston. So that guy that was just in here, he was like, yeah, I was like going, oh, let's go, Colin. He's now in my YouTube chat log, going, let's go, Colin, let's go. It was funny.
Carnus NASECA 09. I'll get to the question second. To Bison, do you build model aircrafts?
I do build model aircraft, actually. I'm working on an F-14. If you follow my TikTok, I'm just uploading random F-14 videos. However, it's going to be put on hold because um, my dog came in here to counter surf something, and as soon as he jumped up on here, my canopy fell, and I have no clue where it went
Uh,
because it's blending in with my carpet so well. The carpet monster.
yep. And to the back to the NAS ECA 09. Have you been to Nellis Air Force Base Air Show?
Uh, to Nellis. Um, I have not been to Nellis. I have not. It's one thing. It's one show on my bucket list that I really, really, really want to do. Like that, I could add that to my West Coast tour if I could.
Yeah, same here too, because I live actually in California too. Oh wait, Buff Spot says if you could move to anywhere for aviation, what would it be? Where would it be?
Oh my god. Man, that's hard. If I were like to like move to like an air show, I would say like move down to like either like Oshkosh or Dayton. Well, probably Dayton. Or probably Lakeland for Sun and Fun. Because yeah.
Yeah, I would have. Oh, Ryan, my this is my buddy Ryan. He lives close
Hmm.
to me. He says I need to start building my F6 F5 Hellcat.
Oh yeah. What scale, Ryan?
Yeah, I build models too, and I know him very well. I've known him for a long time. We both like models and aviation just as much. So,
Yippers.
yep, Burrs is
Uh,
correct. And then back to Nellis, I wanted to go there so bad too because oh, it's 172. Okay,
oh, it's 172. Okay, not bad. A little small, but.
it's all good.
Hmm.
Actually, a question I have: do you have a favorite model brand?
Oh. That's kind of tricky. Like it depends on like what kind of models like you're thinking of. If you're like thinking of like let's say like commercial or something, like if you're going for like commercial, I'll probably say like either like Skymarks or Gemini 200. But if you're like thinking like military, like fighters and warbirds, I would say Hobbymaster JC wings because they are really good.
Yeah, yeah. I would recommend this brand called Hobby Boss. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of Hobby Boss, but
Some of their models are kind of nice because they're kind of half built for you, so you know, so you don't have to do the the hard parts.
yeah, I hate those. Like, I was building my Frecce model, and there was literally like so many parts that I didn't even use because it was an Italry model. And I'm not even kidding you when I say this. It was even telling me to put on the freaking tip tanks and whatnot. Like,
What?
I don't like, bro. I don't need the tip tanks. I'm only making it like an aerobatic ready airplane.
Yeah,
Like,
and
like
it's weird. Speaking of all the pieces for Revell, some of the Revell kits aren't that great, but I do still love the company
I
though.
hate Revell. I freaking hate Revell. They are
Yeah,
not that.
it's not that great of a brand. It's because their pieces don't fit sometimes, and they're too big or too small for each other.
Like my Frecce model, that was from a company, an Italian company called Italeri. I think that's how you pronounce it, Italeri. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a really good company. I've built a C-130 by them before, but the little kid down the street ended up taking it home because he thought it was a toy, and I've never seen it again.
Uh-oh.
I never seen it again. I told him, "Oh, it's not a toy," and he goes, "Oh, but I want to play with it." I'm like, "Okay, just make sure you don't break anything."
Oh,
And he,
speaking. Oh wait.
yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry. You keep going with the story.
So like it's like he was playing with it, and he says, "Can I take it home to play?" And I'm like, sure. Just make sure you give it back to me next time I see you, okay?" And he goes, "Okay," because he was like what 5 years old, and I've never seen it again.
Uh-oh.
I
I
I
think
just
that's
never
trouble.
seen it again.
Yep, them 5-year-olds will do it to you.
Yep, and that's what my other cousin did when she was 5 at the time. This was last year. I had like a whole bunch of nice models up on my shelf, and next thing you know, I leave my room for 2 seconds, and next thing you know, my whole room is trashed. They knocked a lot of my models down. 5 of them were broken,
Uh,
and I also did I tell you the story when we had our earthquake in Buffalo? What happened
yeah.
to my models then? Cause yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, but I'll tell you this story, Brain. I'm sorry, I got to hear it
It's all
again.
good.
But
Good.
when about I think like a year or two ago, like in February, I think. Yeah, I think it was in February. Buffalo had an earthquake, and basically what happened was I come home and I have a huge model of a Mercy flight helicopter actually, and that helicopter I found it on the ground, and literally a couple of the rotors broke off, and it was a mahogany model too. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I just found like wood glue sitting, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll just glue it. So I just glued it, and it still has survived to this day.
Wow.
Hmm.
Interesting
Yeah.
story.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I missed a few questions. I'm sorry about that,
you're
guys.
good.
Favorite airline livery says Buff Spots.
Oh, Winston. Uh, favorite airline livery. Favorite. I mean, hmm. It depends if you're talking like basic livery or special livery. Like if I were to go basic, I would say Air New Zealand's all black livery. Like, oh my god, the ones that they start painting like all black, I friggin' love those. But for special livery wise, I gotta say Southwest Freedom One is my favorite.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
And then you should go to March AF Museum if you live in California.
The March Air Museum? Oh, yeah. I do not live in California, unfortunately, but I might take the drive down or take the flight down one day just to go down and play around down there.
Yeah, it's a great museum. I've never been there, but I've heard it's great.
Yeah, I also heard that too. I also heard the same thing about the Thunderbirds Museum.
Yeah, I've never been there either. That's an item I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Peter asks, what do you prefer, Blue Angels or the
Oh,
Thunderbirds?
my God. Oh, it's always the same answer every time. Of course, I'm going to go to the Blue Angels. Of course, I'm going to take the Blue Angels over any other team.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. 100%.
I always thought like the Blue Angels were pretty good, and then I always thought the Thunderbirds were like in like second place and whatnot. And that all changed after I saw the Frecce Tricolori perform. Like, oh my god, that performance just blew me away. I'm like, oh, because I didn't even like expect like I started like watching like some videos of them leading up to their tour, and then once I watched their full demonstration, I never actually got to see what the solo pilot did really, but as soon as I saw the solo do the freaking Lumpsavok maneuver, I was like, huh? How was that possible? Like, it's insane. Because never I would expect like an airplane to freaking flip around like while on a vertical pole. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Once you see the actual like the full air show, then you'll actually enjoy it 100%. Like they're the best trainer jet team you'll see out there. In fact, if you're watching my YouTube podcast, you will see my icon is actually the my head right next to the Frecce Tricolori performing a tono maneuver.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I did see that. That's a great background too. I'm enjoying
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, it is good, but they need to get rid of some of the planes. Get rid of the wasp or bees. Some of the planes have a lot.
I feel that pain. Like I remember being at the Rochester show this year, and they had like a L-39 on static, and people were like, "Oh my god!" It was like so like abusive to the aircraft. They were like changing babies' diapers on the wings. They were sticking Coke cans in the nozzles. Oh my god, it was brutal. Like right before they took off, I was like looking at it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I should clean this up." So I spent like a little bit trying to take out all like the Coke cans and whatnot from the nozzles while the pilots weren't even there yet.
Oh, wow. That's a
I
crazy story.
just left like I tried to like leave like a little note right beside like on the nose like I cleaned the intakes for you or something like that, but I didn't have like a post-its or anything, so I couldn't. So yeah, sad
Oh,
face.
wow.
Mhm.
That's crazy too.
Yep. That's just how I roll, man.
Yep, that is how everybody rolls. And then Peter says the Red Arrows and the Frische are way better than the Canadian team. Agreed.
Oh yeah, Snowbirds are like the worst jet team in existence, in my opinion. They're just kind
Yeah, I
of
mean,
boring. Like if you're just like kind of looking at them, it's just like peaceful formation flying. Like they're cute, if you know what I mean. Like they come in with their little lights. They're going up. They're changing their formations. They're looping. They're rolling. Like it's kind of boring. Like it'll put you to sleep.
yeah, yeah, I could
It'll
see
put you to
that. I could definitely
sleep.
see that. I still got some good photos of them when they came to Huntington Beach
Oh
in
yeah.
2023.
Yeah. They also added like a couple new maneuvers to like the program. Like they added like the Centennial Split. That's awesome. Like it's kind of a mix between like the Maple Split and the lag back cross. It's pretty cool. And they also added the a new maneuver called the four-way cross. And that's freaking awesome to see.
Yeah, and then oh wait, there was another question. Somebody says, "What's your?" Oh nine says, "What is your favorite airline you've flown?"
Oh, I've only flown one airline, unfortunately. So I only flown Southwest. However, I'm hoping to fly JetBlue in the future.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like that's a bucket list airline, 100%. Like if I do end up going to Sun and Fun next year, like I'm planning on hopefully going to Sun and Fun next year. If I do, then yeah, I will fly
Yeah,
Jet.
that JetBlue. Yeah, I've flown Hawaiian and United.
Lucky.
United, it's weird. My flight coming back, they had the little screen with entertainment, but the control thing was on the armrest.
United's freaking stupid. Like my cousin Anthony, I was talking to him at my cousin's wedding the other day, and he was like telling me like they kept putting him on freaking delays and whatnot, and they were just about in the aircraft. They were getting ready to fly to I think back to Orlando if I'm correct, and they had to freaking whatchamacallit, he got there and he got seated whatnot, and they started their pushback and he went to sleep. He After a couple hours nap, he woke up. He thought they were flying, so he opened the window. They were still on the ramp, and he goes, "Oh, we're still out on the ramp." But then he takes a closer look. They were back at the gate.
What?
And you know why they were back at the gate?
Something with a tire, I feel
Cause
like.
the damn pilots had to clock out.
What?
Yup.
There's no way. It's mid shift too. I feel like that's weird.
Oh my god. They had to, they were back at the gate, and then the pilots had to clock out because it was freaking, at the time, it was freaking midnight. I don't want to swear on here, but
No, you're fine. It's like just no like heavy curse words, please.
yeah. But yeah, so,
Oh, okay, so like, was it because? Oh yeah, it was midnight and like their shifts, there were no more flights or something.
yeah, like they overbooked the last flight. Like they try to get another flight out, and that flight got overbooked. So then they ended up putting them on another flight. That flight got overbooked. So they ended up putting them on a third flight, and that flight did not get overbooked. And that leads us to the story that we just talked about.
Oh yeah, that's brutal too. It's a waste of money, kind of.
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, time too, 100%,
It's a waste of shit.
and patience.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't want to offend the little kids in here, so.
I don't think any little kids have Instagram these days.
Yeah. Well, I beg to differ, because my 8-year-old little cousin just got Instagram.
No way.
Help. But yeah.
Yeah. So Blue
That's.
Angels used to park at the military delivery center at Boeing Field, but then they had to move to the terminal. And for 1 year, they parked at the Museum of Flight parking lot for 1 year.
What? The parking lot? The
That's
parking
a
lot?
little, that's
Huh?
entertainment for the people coming
Oh my
in.
god, imagine just the people like walked up and then they're like, why are the Blue Angels in the parking lot? I
That's
I
exactly what
think
I
they
was
had. Oh,
thinking.
wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they had to do the same thing when the the Royal Air Force Red Arrows visited Seattle.
Oh, wait.
Because
How
Peter's
could
in
they?
here, I have to say it with the British accent because Peter's in here.
Oh, yeah. Is he from Britain?
Oh no, he just likes to say it in the British accent.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Boeing kicked them out because of the tankers and PAs, and there wasn't room.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh my god.
Yeah, speaking of not having room, I feel like, okay, have you heard of the Patriots jet team?
Yeah, the Patriots. Yeah.
So they were supposed to perform at the Huntington Beach Air Show this year, but I'm looking on the ramp. I'm like, is there enough space for 6 aircraft?
Well, they're tiny
I
anyway.
mean, yeah, they're tiny aircraft, but
They're
I'm like,
tiny.
but the performers have a lot because the civilian performers are based out of the Lion Air Museum hot ramp, which is at
Fair
John
enough.
Wayne Airport, which I
It looks like
think
they're
I'm like,
sorry, like it's just because I've flown in and out of the John Wayne Airport in my simulator. It looks like there might be actually it's a shot that they might get some parking space. It's a shot.
yeah, I mean, but they're not on the performer list and it's not on their schedule anymore.
What?
Which I'm
Yeah, they
like,
dropped it. They
yeah,
dropped it. 100%.
they dropped it. I'm like, oh darn, I wanted to go see him this year because I saw
Are
him
they gonna
last
be? Are
year.
they gonna be at Miramar?
No, Salinas. That's the same weekend as Miramar.
Oh, Salinas. Oh,
Yeah, they got invited to Salinas.
yeah. What's gonna be at the Salinas show anyway?
John Melby, Brad
Oh,
Warson.
John Melby. Oh my God, I always wanted to see him perform.
Oh, he's a great pilot. He's a great guy. He's
Yeah.
a great pilot too.
Remember when we had
Amazing
it? What?
routine.
Yeah. Remember when we had him on the podcast that one time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a great guy.
Yeah. I was just listening to that episode earlier during my study hall because if I got nothing to do, I'll just kind of work on my work, and sometimes I'll listen to like music and podcasts and whatnot. And I was just kind of bored, so I'm like, you know what? I need some training anyway, so I need to find out what this guy is really like.
Oh, okay, good for you.
Yep.
Yep, awesome. So, let's talk about your flight training a little bit. Let's
Oh
like
yeah.
move into that.
Oh
So,
yeah.
what school do you do it out of, and do you enjoy it? And what do you have a favorite memory of that?
Oh, thank you. Just thank you for bringing that up. I go to a flight school in Akron, New York. It's called Clear Air Aviation. The school is based out of Akron Airport or Akron Justin Field. The ICAO or the ICAO code is Niner Golf 3, and pretty much over there, it's pretty much just a flight school, and there's like a whole bunch of other stuff there, but it's barely in use because there's like no FBO worker there because our FBO worker Allison left us in October, unfortunately. So
Oh, darn.
sad face. And we had nobody to work the FBO except for what's his name, Sam Ruth. He worked there until February, and then he moved down to Florida to get to fly with ATP. So pretty much after that, it's only open to the instructors. So basically, what happened after that was it's just open up to the instructors and whatnot. So it's just been a little bit different. However, my flight training though it has not changed a bit ever since FBO worker left. We got pretty old aircraft. They are I think our oldest is a '84 model, if I'm correct, like a 1984 model. Um, it's a Piper. We have two aircraft. We have a Piper Warrior, November 9er 669er Charlie is the registration, and we have a Piper Cherokee, which is November 8351 Whiskey. And those two aircraft, they've been kicking solidly, very, very solidly,
Awesome.
and they are real. They are a real fun aircraft to fly. They really are.
Okay, very right on, very interesting. And do you have a favorite that you like to fly?
I mean, because it has a GPS and it's a little newer, I prefer 69er Charlie. Because it has a GPS, it's a little newer, the seats are more comfortable, and because we just got new leather seating put in it the other day, so yes.
Oh, not bad. That must be
Oh,
comfy.
it is very comfortable. You could literally fall asleep while you're flying.
Nice.
Yep.
So the flight school it's called Dubois Aviation out in Chino, California,
Okay.
at Chino Airport.
I'm familiar with Dubois.
So they have a couple Cherokees, either
Okay.
4 or 5, I don't know. A Cessna 150 that's currently. Okay, Bison is in, so let's go ahead and start. Accepted. So this is part 2 of our interview from tomorrow or yesterday, excuse me.
Alrighty. Let's take two.
Take two. So yeah,
Take
I
two,
forgot.
exactly.
Yep, take two.
Hmm.
Everybody. Yeah. So here's if you guys want to fast send some Q&A questions, we you guys are more than welcome
Yeah.
to. I have some questions here pulled up. So
Yeah. Do you want to go? Do you want to go ahead and have me go over those in the meantime?
yes, I will do that.
Okay, perfect.
Uh,
So you want to start with send it or Insta?
let's do some the send it questions.
Oh God. Okay.
Uh, if you could move anywhere for the airport, where would it be?
Oh, good question. Good question. If I were to move to an airport, it would probably be either like I would assume either Toronto or JFK. 100%.
Okay, good choices. Those are nice choices. JFK is cool too.
Oh
So is
yeah.
Toronto.
Oh yeah. I love Toronto Airport. I usually go spotting there every like other like month or two. Sometimes I was just down there, or like once a year, of course. Like usually I'll go down in like April every year. Like I started doing that in 2023, and my mom decided to surprise me this year and actually get me a hotel room that's literally right at the Toronto airport. But
Wow.
um, we literally had to go through hell to try and get a runway view. And they were asking us, "Oh, when's your connected flight?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're just plane spotters." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Would you like a runway view?" And I'm like, "Oh, yes. We've tried to call you guys, and y'all wouldn't let me get a hangar or runway view."
Uh, oh, that's
It,
always a pain.
it always is.
Yep.
Like,
Next question. Did you see the 747 blimp or C5 at Niagara Falls?
747, yes. C5, no. Blimp, yes, I did. Well,
Nice.
yeah, and the 787, which I'll probably go watch it depart around it's supposed to like depart around 9-ish, I think.
Awesome, man. Did you like which did you find which were you most looking forward to see or which did you look forward to seeing the
Well,
most?
probably 747 I see like every year. 787 probably because that thing came from freaking Aruba. I'm right now in Niagara Falls right now, actually. So,
Oh, awesome. Have fun there.
oh yeah, at a
The
friend's
next
house.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
Hmm.
Wait. Oh, sorry. The next question is what was so impressive about the YF-16?
Oh, just the livery in general. The livery looks sick. Like literally.
That's amazing. I like the livery too. I was gonna build a model of it for a contest, but I couldn't find where you get decals, so I'm
Me,
gonna do something
me
else.
neither. I literally was making a Live 16 model, as you probably know, but
Yeah.
then I just called it quits because couldn't find any friggin' decals.
Oh yeah.
especially for the scale. Because which scale were you thinking about building?
148.
I was trying to build a 72.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
I like the 72s more
oh,
anyway. So
okay, yeah, 72s are all right.
yeah.
Because I'm entering it. Well, I was gonna enter in okay, so Planes of Fame does a model contest every year in November, and I was
Okay,
gonna
nice.
enter it there.
Yeah.
So, which air show was your favorite?
This year, oh, am I allowed to pick a top three?
Yep.
Okay. So Dayton, of course, I love Dayton. Rochester was awesome, and London.
Oh, nice. That's a good top three.
Oh yeah, yeah. Judging by the lineups, of course, because of Dayton, of course, it was pretty big for their 50th, and Rochester because they had the Frecce Tricolori. I still don't know to this day how they got them.
I know. It's crazy.
If I were like trying to guess right, because they were just in the West Coast before, I was thinking like maybe they'd stay in the West Coast and go to the whatchamacallit, the Seafair Air Show.
Oh
But
yeah.
they chose Rochester instead.
Yeah, I know.
They
It's
chose
crazy.
freaking Rochester.
Hey, good for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really wish they would have came to Miramar.
If they only had a longer tour.
Yeah. Darn. Next question is, what's your favorite plane?
Entirely? Because that would be hard to pick. But favorite commercial aircraft would probably be the A330. I freaking love the A330. And probably favorite fighter would probably be the F-18, the Super Hornet, of course, not the
Ooh,
Legacy
those are
Hornet.
good choices.
I'm not really a big Legacy Hornet fan. I'm more of like a super guy, if you know what I mean.
Yep, I do know what you mean. That's a good choice.
Oh yeah.
I do
There you go.
love the Super Hornet too, especially the West Coast Rhino demos paint
Oh,
or livery.
100%.
Yep. And then we got some non-aviation questions here.
Just spill
Just spill
them.
them. Favorite Metallica song?
I gotta go for one. 100%.
Nice.
Yep.
One is great. I like Enter Sandman.
A little overplayed, but pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's
But
not
it's
as
still a
overplayed
good song.
as Master of Puppets, though.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. And somebody said, I'm trying to find this. What's so badass about turtles?
Turtle guy. Mr. Turtle guy, back at it
Yep.
again.
Yep.
uh, turtles, I've never seen a turtle before, so
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I've never seen a turtle.
That's crazy.
I've never seen a turtle.
And then somebody says, is life always annoying or just lately?
Life can be annoying. It can be annoying, but sometimes it's like, oh, hell yeah, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
100%. Yes, sir. And then we got some Instagram questions too from a
Uh,
few people.
Alrighty, so if any of y'all put in the whatchamacallit, like in the question bar, uh,
Yep.
then yeah.
And
So
then,
there's also some non-questions in there. There's also some freaking statements, which Braden, if you want to read those statements just to be funny, by all means.
yep. Somebody said, I love Daniel Caesar.
I love Daniel Caesar. Wow.
I've
Well,
never heard of that person before.
I love Brandon Flowers.
Yep.
I love Brandon Flowers.
Ooh.
Let me close my door real quick. Sorry about
All
that.
good. My door's halfway open, but or not,
Halfway.
well, kind of halfway closed. So
Mm-hmm.
then somebody
That way you don't have to hear my. That way you don't got to hear my friend's mom screaming at me.
Oh man. So, how did you get into military aviation? Says Captain Ken Maverick Well.
You mean way?
Way, excuse me.
Well, I mean, it all started with my aunt who served in the Marines. Um, she went down to Pensacola for a little trip, and she bought me a Blue Angels T-shirt. And I never even heard of the Blue Angels, but I do remember it is, believe it or not, still to this day, it is right now sitting on my table. All I remembered was having a small Blue Angels toy airplane, and that's how I knew the Blue Angels. Right here.
Nice. That thing looks awesome.
I don't have a face cam, so I'll take this video down, I'll re-edit it, and I'll put like a screenshot somewhere here for
Okay.
YouTube. For YouTube.
Yep, for YouTube.
Yes, sir. All right, let me go ahead
Yes,
and
sir.
turn my light off. Because it's so deep navy blue, I can barely see shit in this room when the light's off.
Yeah.
Only the TV. Only my TV.
Only your TV, correct.
Because I have my PC uh, hooked up to my TV. So,
Yeah. And then uh somebody asked Peter
of
Aviation, have
course,
you
it's
had a chance to talk or interview Blue Angels or Thunderbirds pilots?
okay. He asks me that almost every time on live, and it's the exact same thing. I have indeed. I've met all the teams from 2018 all the way up to 2024. So,
That's amazing.
oh yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I brought my little Blue Angels toy just because I remembered that one question. That's the only question I remembered from Insta. So,
Okay, good for you.
hmm yep, yep,
Oh
yep.
yeah, I forgot a send it thing. It says, to be honest, 747 TBH Mercy Flight spotting deck. Somebody said
Oh
that.
my God. Well, I love the 747. Oh, sorry. TVH, love it. TVH just closed down today. RIP Mercy Flight spotting deck. It closed for the second time, and this is the permanent
Aw,
time. Couple
darn.
people, just a couple bad apples, had to ruin it for all us spotters.
Yep, yep.
hmm
That's
Unfortunately,
that's pretty sad. So,
it is.
yep.
Just one bad person can ruin it for all the good people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's just a lesson that y'all need to learn in life.
Yep. Oh, you put something in questions? Oh, okay.
Oh, he put something in the questions. Okay.
You should show us your model real quick.
Oh,
Models real quick.
I'm at the friend's house. I can't. But
Ah, darn.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do a whatchamacallit. I'm gonna do a model haul at the end of the year, as I'm gonna start doing every beginning of the year and every end of the year to see how far my model collection has evolved. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Can't
I'm
wait to see that.
I'm gonna start doing that from year on end.
Oh,
Because I used to do model updates every month, and I'm like, nah, one every month is too much. How about every year?
yeah, I think every year's more
Plus,
appropriate for that.
I'm trying to like kind of keep it down a little bit, and I'm trying to only do like aircraft that I saw. There's only a couple in my collection that I haven't saw yet, such as a friggin' Airbus Beluga, the Alaska Salmon livery, Mitsubishi F2, couple other things.
That, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yepers.
the Yepers is correct. I think we got through all the questions, if I'm not mistaken, or there might be more.
There might be more.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all of them for Send It and Insta.
Oh, perfect. Thank the Lord Almighty. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. This one kid from my school, I'm gonna reveal the name so this person knows who it is. It's this girl named Anna from my school. She's very freaking weird. No offense, but
It's
she
it's
She like literally sends all the stuff because she's like this. She loves like the new music now, and she talks all about Sexy Red and Daniel Caesar and all my freaking question things, and it's freaking weird.
Yep, women
And
will do
literally
that to you.
to get her even, if some of y'all maybe have watched that live on Instagram, I kind of played the whole Ride the Lightning album just to piss her off. Freaking
Good for you.
wow. Because that's what she did with her Sexy Red music. And I'm like, oh, you want to play that game? Okay.
Metallica time, baby.
Ride the Lightning. Okay, I'll stop.
Da-da-da-da.
Really good. Oh, OMG. Kirk Hammett, though. Kirk
Yeah,
Hammett, though.
for
Hmm.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what that means.
You don't want to know what that means?
Yeah,
Also,
somebody typed
watch out for my. Okay. Okay.